Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, we're still with the Hanan Buhari wedding. Like everything else in Nigeria, it never just goes smooth and neat and tidy. It has to have some sort of comma inside it. Guys, I bring you this. Event planners, others, flown in from Dubai for lavish wedding of President Buhari's daughter, Hanan. So of course, there has to be a lot of spend on this sort of wedding, especially when they have an open check to the sovereign wealth of the Nigerian state. And the first warning was when Aisha Buhari went to Dubai to do the shopping. So already we knew that it was going to be an open checkbook wedding, and an open checkbook wedding it has been, as again event planners others flown in from Dubai for lavish wedding of President Buhari's daughter Hanan. So now let's now get the details of this wedding. The wedding ceremony between President Muhammadu Buhari's daughter Hanan and her groom Mohammed Turad on Friday had all the trappings of a fairy tale nuptial. Apart from the opulence on display, correspondents reliably gathered that event planners for the wedding were flown in from Dubai, United Arab Emirates, to add color and spice to the ceremony. Recall that in August, it had been revealed how the First Lady and mother of the bride, Mrs. Aisha Buhari, flew to Dubai in a private jet owned by billionaire Mohammed Indimi under the guise of a medical emergency to shop for luxury items ahead of Friday's wedding. It was reliably gathered on Saturday that most of the items, including souvenirs used for the occasion, were brought in from the Arabian country. The wedding, which had security personnel prohibiting guests from taking photographs, saw the event planners and other vendors flown in from Dubai pocketing huge amounts in US dollars for their services, apart from the cost of bringing them into the country. Apart from being against the President Buhari's administration's drive to promote local content, the importation of vendors from Dubai also flouted the ban in non-essential travels in and out of Nigeria at this time. Government banned international flights from coming into and leaving the country in March in order to curb the spread of C-19 in Nigeria. The elaborate ceremony comes a few days after the administration of President Buhari increased the pump price of premium motor spirit, widely known as petrol, from 145 naira to 161 naira, causing many households untold crises, following the attendant effect on the prices of basic commodities, including food items. In a video of the lavish ceremony, dubbed the first wedding for being the first of its kind to hold inside Aso Rock, Nigeria's seat of power, and seen by correspondents, guests numbering about 10 sat close to each other on a table, breaching the C-19 safety protocol of government in the process. Earlier on Wednesday, it was revealed how some guests for the wedding were declining the invitation over fear of contracting C-19, especially after it emerged that the president's closest aide and senior special assistant on domestic affairs, Saki Abba, had recently recovered from the virus. Abba, who has since resumed duties after recovering from the virus, was considered still unsafe to mingle with others inside the presidential villa by some persons, including the First Lady. In order not to expose her family and guests at the wedding, Mrs. Buhari vowed not to allow Abba to attend the wedding as a result of this situation. She also opposed the idea of Maman Daura, a nephew and close confidant of Buhari, attending the event despite the president's insistence that he be part of the occasion. This situation sent panic amongst some guests who chose not to attend the ceremony and risk their health. But despite the absence of some prominent Nigerians at the occasion, Friday's wedding between Hanan and Turad had all the glitz and sparkle synonymous with such caliber of events. Turad is the son of an ex-lawmaker from Kaduna State, while Hanan, one of Buhari's daughters, is a graduate of photography from Ravensbourne University in England, who in July 2019 ordered the Department of State Services to arrest a young businessman based in Delta State, Anthony Okolie, after he was issued a mobile number by telecommunications company MTN, previously used and abandoned by her. Okolie spent 10 weeks in unlawful detention before he was finally released by the secret police. Earlier in January, Hanan was again in the news after she attended an event to photograph a Durbar by Riwanu Adamu, Emir of Bauchi, in one of the jets in the presidential fleet. The move was condemned by Nigerians, but the presidency defended the action by saying that it was normal procedure. So normal procedure, of course, to import party planners from Dubai. Look at just all of the rules that has been flouted. It's just every rule in the Nigerian rule book has been flouted to have an opulence, to facilitate for an opulence and a lavish wedding for this girl, who is a perennial rule breaker, by the way, within the Nigerian space. Her litany of rules breaking is already, some of them are already detailed in this particular piece. So this is now the situation now. So in every way, this is just a mess, really. So not only were these people flown in from Dubai at great expense, and who covers that? Definitely not Buhari signing a check from his own account. The central bank will take care of that. And not only were these people flown in, they were then given words of dollars as gifts, like a large brown envelope. I'm imagining now, like a large brown envelope filled with dollars were gifted to these people who were already flown in, haven't had their accounts pumped with money, who were flown in for this event. They were then gifted again these large sums as gifts. So this is now the goings on now. Party planners from Dubai, First Lady going to shop, flouting lockdown rules, etc., etc. All of it, of course, the benefactor being the Niger Delta oil well, but then the Niger Delta daughter, she is marrying the man with two singlets, and they're just buying some small cake and cutting it, and their parents are saying, well, God bless you, as the man drives his Okada and the girl goes to her shop to go and sell provision. This is the life in the Niger Delta, where all of the wealth of Nigeria is. But where all the wealth of Nigeria is being spent is this lady now, this young girl really, Hanan, who will use the presidential fleet as taxi, kabu Uber ride, and then her mother will take the nation's checkbook to go to Dubai to go and buy a wedding for her, and then fly that wedding all the way from Dubai to Abuja, and then package the people who have come to carry out their duties as events planners, package their bags filled with dollars as they make their way back to Dubai. And this, of course, in the same breath that they are telling you that the price of petroleum has now gone from 145 naira to 161 naira, and this is Nigeria for you. Conversations in the comment section. Well, I don't really need to embellish this anymore. You've seen it all with your own eyes, but what you're making of it is what I am interested in. So come tell me all about it in the comment section. But before you do that, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Then this spendthrift attitude of the Buhari regime. By the way, Goodluck Jonathan said he left well in excess of 30 billion dollars in the account when he handed over to Buhari, but then Buhari told us that he met the coffers empty. So that 30 billion dollars is not the foreign reserves, is not the national security wealth, but an extra on top of, so something for you to start off fund for the Buhari regime. $30 billion between Goodluck Jonathan handing over and this guy taking over the story of the disappearance of $30 billion lies between those two sequences. And we're talking about what? A week, no more than 6 weeks, $30 billion. You'll recall, of course, that it took this guy 6 months to appoint anybody because, anyway, you can speculate on that. But whatever your speculations are, come tell me all about it in the comment section. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section. But here, I say, peace.